welcome back to another episode of 1980s Now News. My name is Will, and joining me, as always, are my co-hosts, and they're also my friends. All right, I'll admit it. Ray
You
and
better.
Kat. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, this week in 1980s News per Entertainment Weekly, sad news to report. David Lee Roth has canceled the remaining Las Vegas shows ahead of his, quote, planned retirement. Okay, one last time for everybody who's, needs to be caught up or reminded. In October, nearly 1 year after the death of his former bandmate Eddie Van Halen, Roth confirmed in this weird audio that he sent to Las Vegas Review-Journal that the upcoming round of Nevada shows were to be his last. He said he was, quote, throwing in the shoes.
Yeah.
Then, in early December, just a few weeks ago after the initial date sold out, Roth added 4 more shows to the previously announced 5 at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay. Then, just a few days ago, the first 2 of Roth's performances in 2022 were canceled due to, quote, unforeseen COVID-related circumstances. And now, just, moments ago, 24, 48 hours ago, all of the performances have been canceled. Entertainment Weekly received a statement from Roth via his manager with an image, and the image that read, "To be continued," and had this picture of sort of David on it. And the message said, "Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We got rained out. COVID canceled. Future shows? When the benefit concerts for Colorado, Farm Aid, and hospital workers, quote, everywhere come up, call me." We have to turn to our resident David Lee Roth translator, Ray.
Yes.
What?
Let's see. That means, what does that mean? I guess that means the 40th anniversary of the album 1984 will be his final show.
Oh.
Huh.
All right.
So
That's my guess. I say in 2 years, when the COVID thing's over, he plays one show.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that would explain why he had this thing that said they're done and call me if any of these other things happen, which Farm Aid's probably not going to be a thing again. So he knows, everything he listed is probably not going to be a thing. But then his picture says to be continued as if he's planning something. That makes as much sense as throwing in the shoes.
Once again, I'm just going off a gut instinct on that one. I think, I guess that would be the big spot to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems so strange, right? Because so many shows like the stadium tour just get rescheduled. Why not just reschedule these dates? I'm sure the House of Blues would happen.
If you read into even further, and this is an ongoing thing with him, his doctors keep telling him to retire and stop going on stage. And it's basically, it's one of those things where they're like, you're just shortening your lifespan by going out there and doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if he loves it, why not go out doing something that brings
I don't know if you've ever seen the footage of that comedian on British TV having the heart attack live and they're laughing as he lays there dying on stage.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I missed that.
Watched that.
Pretty horrific.
Oh, my.
Because he's like a, kind of like a slapstick comic sometimes. Mm-hmm. And when he falls down, they start to laugh. And then as he's like twitching and stuff, no one realizes he's having a heart attack until it's too late. And then they're like pulling the curtain and dragging him away. And then everybody's like, what the hell just happened? You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kat, here's what you need to do. First, look up clowns playing music in a porta potty.
In porta potties.
Then look up comedian dies on stage.
Comedian dies
Literally.
on stage.
Yes.
Well, I think we could tell the difference with David Lee Roth because he's not known for throwing himself down and twitching, right?
No, but he's,
leaping.
He's known for jumping into the air and doing the sword dances and all that. And
so they notice if he suddenly stopped doing that abruptly, right?
Yeah, but if some of the twitchy moves he has, I guess you wouldn't know.
He'd be crowd surfing and that corpse would just be carried around for a while.
I don't know.
They don't realize
Oh, no.
before he's put back on stage.
I got a feeling he won't stay retired. I just don't think he can do it.
Yeah, I agree, which is why it's surprising. But I guess you're right. Maybe he's being pulled in different directions, and we'll hear from him soon. I was saddened to hear that because I wasn't going, but I had this fantasy that at some point one of these shows, like you said, he'd keep extending it. Maybe I'd see it.
I'll tell you right now, being a musician has got to be the worst job in the world because for the last 2 years, none of them have worked barely.
Yeah.
It's definitely tough. Yeah.
This isn't the last we've heard from him.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I hope not. I hope it's not like he dies next week or something. That'd be horrible. All right, I made it darker somehow. Then right, that's weird. Okay, hey, another 19. Speaking of darker, this is a story that I read and I thought this is a cool, interesting, weird story, and then boy, it turned. According to MovieWeb, Corey Feldman releases an unseen music video from 1986. So this is true. In November, we're catching up on this story. The video that was released, as described by Sci-Fi Records, CIFI, said, quote, Corey Feldman official music video of Runaway. It's an amazing time capsule. That's what stood out to me. Speaking about our episode, has been completely restored from the original 1986 VHS tape it was found on. It's the first song Corey ever wrote, produced, and recorded. So there's this video. You can see it out there now. It was included in this box set that Corey released of his early music. It's actually a remixed, remastered version of an earlier box set that's included with the sequel, but I don't know. I didn't realize he had so much music. But the video was filmed in Feldman's father's tiny one-bedroom apartment in Hollywood in 1986 while Feldman was shooting The Lost Boys. The cast of the folks there, and it's, did you guys watch the video?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. I had that, rap song from that which movie again vibes. I was like, I got to just get through this. I got to get through it.
Yes. Yep.
It was
a little excruciating.
I mean, hey, he was 15 years old at the time, so, more power to him. I don't know what I was doing at 15 that was all so video worthy. Or that I'd be comfortable sharing with the public, but so more power to him. But the cast was made up of a group of Corey's closest friends at the time, including his cousin Michael, his friend Jason, a female actress, dancer, a magician introduced to him by Michael Jackson, if you recall they were friends, Feldman and Michael Jackson, named Majestic, and two of the men who Feldman has since said later sexually abused him. This is where I say it takes a turn. Feldman wrote, quote, I felt this was a pivotal piece to include for my most dedicated fans, as it is my first attempt at a music video and the first song I ever wrote and recorded. Sadly, it also features two men who would soon become my abusers, end quote. So, yeah, I was like, oh, this is a cool video. We could poke fun at Corey Feldman. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, right?
He's taking all the fun out of this video.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm digging into like, well, who was it? And which were those are the two guys? I want names. And then you can find it. And it's like, all right, now I'm like CSIing this video. Like I'm going to catch something that he didn't catch already that he doesn't know about. But I mean, he's already outed these guys as horrible people. I mean, but
well, I will say this though about the video. Yeah. He's got gigantic balls for releasing this thing because it's not good. It is bad.
Yes.
But he says, I was 15. Here it is. There's my Michael Jackson impersonation.
Yep.
Yeah. That was one of the aspects that made it hard for me to watch was how
it was just a mimicry.
Yeah, spot on kind of, yeah.
And then I was thinking how much I love the Donga video now. of the Thriller, the Indian Thriller.
Another homage to Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And then I was saying, which one's better? And I think unfortunately Corey came in second.
Yeah, Donga. Yeah, Donga runs away with that.
Yeah, there's no contest there.
But yeah, he really took all the fun out of writing jokes for this part because I'm sitting here tapping my pen, going, "All right, let's see." Boy, I could write some jokes, but I'm not gonna.
Then you get to that part, yeah.
I'm just like, well, that's the part I was going to write the jokes about. But then I was like,
oh no,
like, you know what? Let's put the pen down because.
Yeah.
Wow, good judgment, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we hope he's doing well. I mean, that's terrible to have certainly lived through. Another thing that's surprising to me about this music that he created over this period of 86 through 94 is that it features musical guests including Lita Ford and Don Dokken.
Right.
I mean,
wow.
Two folks you don't like or respect generally anyway.
No, I like them a lot, but it's not like in the 80s there was big posters of them with him and like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
Right. I know the names. I'm not super familiar with them, but I did recognize them.
Oh, the two people going into my time capsule.
Oh,
I'll fight for it.
Uh-oh.
You got Corey Feldman, I'm putting in there. Love, what is it? Love Letters 2.0 or whatever.
Yeah.
You're putting that in? Oh, man.
I'll fight you for it. And that video? Okay. Hey, another 1980s news. According to American songwriter, Ozzy, this is just going to be an education, I think. I did got a lot of questions about this. Ozzy Osbourne to launch Bat NFTs. Mm-hmm. These NFTs continue to mystify and frustrate me.
Why? It's very simple.
All right. What? So I guess I'll explain what Ozzy's doing, and you can explain what an NFT is, which I printed out a whole other sheet of what an NFT is. So on January 20th, 1982 is a day that's gone down in rock infamy. It's the show that during which in Des Moines, Iowa, Ozzy bit off the head off of. Now this says a real bat on stage. Now the story is not. It was a real bat. True. That's true. It wasn't a live bat. Though. It wasn't alive. It was like it was in formaldehyde and dead for a long time. It was the guy brought it to the show as a joke. He had it for, I don't know. It was like one of those things for like dissecting. Mm-hmm. And he brought it, tossed this thing on stage. Ozzy bites it. Later on, they rush him to the hospital because they were worried he might have rabies.
I'm not sure which is worse, alive
or... It was a real bat. It wasn't alive. But he did bite the head off of some doves or during a recording.
That's true too.
During a meeting with record executives. Yeah. So, I mean... Wow. But now the 73-year-old rocker is using that unforgettable moment from 40 years ago as an inspiration for his NFTs. Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go. The Prince of Darkness is launching Crypto Bats. It's a collection of 9,666. Get it? Unique bats in the form of NFTs that will go on sale mid-January. Ozzy says, I don't think Ozzy wrote any of this, but...
Yeah, this is the best part of the whole story is them saying that what he's about to read.
Said all these things,
yeah.
I've been trying to get on the NFT action for a while. So when I asked Sharon for a Bored Ape for Christmas after several failed attempts of buying my own, and she said no, I decided to create my own. I don't think he said any of that.
That doesn't sound like Ozzy at all.
Okay. How would he have said it?
Sharon.
Yeah, so there you go. No, so Ozzy supposedly, or his business manager, whatever, they worked on this collection with Sutter Systems, which included a never-before-seen feature that will allow crypto bats to bite or mutate with other NFTs in an owner's digital wallet, creating a mutant bat with the same digital DNA of both tokens. Oh, for crying out loud!
I what? Just what? Please explain.
So, do you understand what these NFTs are, Kat?
I've looked it up and I really try to understand. I just don't get it. I understand it's like what is it, like an ownership or like I don't know about a copyright thing of a work of art.
Sorta.
A digital work of art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. Yes. Sorta kinda like that, yeah.
Do you have a way to explain it, Brian?
All right, let's say I digitally make a picture of Will. Okay. I've created this great work of art. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to sell it to you.
Mm-hmm. Me?
Yes, you're going to buy it. And you're going to give me $350,000 because that's what I want.
Deal. It's a bargain.
It's a bargain. And you can use it as your profile picture without me making you take it down. Mm. You can hang it on your wall. You can use it in posts and artwork. Mm-hmm. But now there's a tricky part to this where I could also, though, retain ownership of it myself, but I'm only actually selling you the right to use it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So then I can call your sister and say, hey, would you like to buy this awesome digital picture of Will I did for the going rate's around $300,000, so I'll sell it to you too.
She's a miser. You won't get a cent out of her.
Even though she does, now here's the cool part. You can also sell it. It's a pyramid scheme. But I retain also part ownership in it, so every time it sells again, money comes to me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this if you know how to do it right. Now, I could just take the picture, sell it to one person and be done with it and take my money and walk away. Or you can follow the sneaky path like a lot of people are doing now.
Okay.
But it's basically any kind of digital artwork. That's all it is. If you, I don't know, digitally draw a tree or something and you could sell it, somebody will buy it for $1, I guess. Or like you can do photographs and stuff too. Like famous photographs are selling on this crap now.
Wow.
Yeah, the part that you said about it's and I got this from Wired. Well, I pulled from a couple different places, but Wired's quote is, if this all sounds bizarre, that's because it is. The idea of paying for the symbolic ownership of a digital image that lives somewhere on the web and can be captured on a screenshot with a right-click download within seconds seems idiotic or ironic. Yeah.
Yep.
And then even in one of the articles I read, they sort of, it was tongue in cheek, but they're talking about how this one guy paid, I don't know, $600,000 for this image. That was on their article. It was in their article. I mean, so Ozzy's selling these things now. I don't know. It's just stupid, man. This is like cryptocurrency to me. Like
that's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's the exact same thing.
People who don't know what to do with their money?
Yeah, it's just
nothing better.
It's for a younger generation who doesn't understand what actual paper is. Like everything they do is on the computer.
Yep.
So they've never seen like an actual museum in live person, or taken a handwritten test in school, or paid with cash. Their entire world exists inside of the computer. So why would it be any different with their artwork and anything else?
Wow.
It's dumb.
Imagine an entire generation that doesn't realize paper comes from trees.
But like the prices being paid or asked for these things, and I don't remember what Ozzy's asking, but it's not like any normal person could afford these things. It's
right.
In the articles, a lot of these articles quoting prices that things are selling for thousands, if not several or tens of thousands of dollars. I think the record is like $70 million for an NFT. It's insane. Whoa. So it's not like lay people are doing this. It's
but I think we'll get to the point where like when people want to do a post on their Facebook page, and they need a picture of a celebrity, you can give them $1 or whatever to get the rights to the picture to use it. So I think that's where it's headed.
It's so stupid because we have that already. There's these Shutterstock and these different services where you could do that.
Right, but this sounds fancy and new.
Whatever. It's just so dumb. It's dumb.
It's
dumb.
They do it all the time. They just rename something and put it back into the general population, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is great." Never heard of this before.
Don't do it. Don't buy it. It's a waste of money. Okay, and that was 1980s Now News. Now, hey, if you want to hear more content like this, or basically the same, but just the audio version, we're going to have to work on making videos that are very different, right? Well, there was some bonus stuff in that time capsule video, like unboxing the things and some other things.
That was cool.
Well, hey, if you want even more content like this, tons of interviews, tons of talk about 1980s, check out our podcast at 1980s Now. We publish it every week, and you can find out more information in the comments below. We'll talk to you next time. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
On 1980s Now. News? All right.
Is it see ya? Wait,
Sure.
what? Is that the right time?